Hi guys, second Saturday again, and we are here live. Today I wanted to show you my August release of two free digi stamp sets that will be available to silver subscribers on my blog. And hey, hi, thank you for joining. Hello, hi, welcome. We are about to get started. Hello. So I was just saying today I'm going to showcase two free stem sets that will be available for free for my for my silver subscribers on my blog, and we will be creating a card with one of them. In my previous lives, I noticed that I have been creating multiple cards and always going for, more than one variation. Today, I decided to just keep it very simple, create only one single card, but create it from start to finish. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I will adjust my phone and then we can get started. Hello. Welcome. And I need to turn this around. All right, so this is my arrangement here. I hope you can see. Yeah, what you see here is my Mac. I'll try to move it away. And then this is one sample print that I took from my latest release. If you want to know how I created this template and how I printed multiple at a time and how I got the exact placement, all of that can be seen in one of the courses that I recently published on Skillshare. If you are, thank you so much. If you are interested in learning all of that and how simple it is really, then please let me know, put a comment, let me know. I will send you the link directly to get to my Skillshare course. And if you want some accompanying images with it, then there are more than 40 free digital stamp sets that are available on my blog, on my website. And I should stop calling it a blog. It's a website. And you will be able to take advantage of it and have fun, create all you want. So let's get started with today's live. These are the stamp sets. These are two stamp sets. As you can tell, I have flipped it. The same image. This is called Dainty Darling. And this is the second stamp set. I have just resized it in two different sizes because I wanted to do one landscape card and one portrait card. This stamp set is called as Coneflower. And today, this is what we'll be creating. Fun fact, this particular image or stamp set is inspired by my neighbor. I want to give a huge shout out to her. She has this in her yard and they are beautiful. I simply love them like so much. And I have so many images of them. The color scheme that I have picked up is also obviously inspired by her flowers. I tried to get as close to that color scheme as possible. And you know what I do. This is something I've shared before. When I create my images and I die cut them or I size them, I use the leftover pieces to try out color scheme. Yeah, waste not, want not to the nth level. But yes, this is what I do. So the color scheme I have picked up is mostly this pink and purple, and these are the Copics I have picked. I hope you can see the numbers here. Oh yeah, they remind me of sunflowers and daisies. I think all of them, I might be so wrong. If you're a biology or botany major, please don't judge me. They might be from the same family. Daisies, sunflowers, and coneflowers. I'm not sure though. Okay, so this is going to be my green or leaves color combo. And for the flower centers, I don't have a brown Copic, so I just went with what I have. This is my Spectrum Noir marker, and I'm going to combine it with this Copic. Both of them are alcohol inks, so I think they should work. And I have tested them here. I like what this looks like. That's what we're going to go with. I have also picked a sentiment. This is going to be a birthday card. The sentiment is going to be from my Garden Delight stamp set that is released with rubberstamps.com, and the sentiment is going to be, I hope your dreams and wishes come true. And I have already picked up the color for it. It's one of Simon Says Stamps inks, which is pretty close to this purple over here. So I think we are pretty good to get started. Okay, so let's start. As always, or as what you have seen me do often, we are going to... Hi, thank you for joining, guys. We are going to start with leaves because that's the easiest, and that should get us some color in this image and should make rest of the coloring that much more simpler. Because going from a completely black and white image all the way to the main focal point is always intimidating to somebody who is not a great colorer. So I found that this is something that helps me ease into the coloring process, so to say, and makes it easy for me to realize where I want to place highlights or where I want to put my darkest color versus lightest color and all that good stuff. So I want to put a little bit of that here and then start with my leaves. For this first part, I'm not doing anything fancy at all. I'm taking my lightest green, which I have picked up from my tried and tested color combination. I don't have a whole lot of Copics, so that probably makes it easier for me because I don't get inundated by choices. But I'm going to just go ahead and lay down the base color everywhere, all the places where I want green, and then I'll come back with highlights, or not highlights, I'll come back with darker green to give it that depth and shading. I love the shape of these leaves. They're just so, I don't know what to call it, graceful. They are beautiful, obviously, but they are just so, I love them. I don't have a good word for them. I don't have a word that is good enough for them. Let me put it that way. I love leaves in general, but some, like these ones here, or maybe the tulip ones, they're just so beautiful. Okay, so we are on to our last leaf here. And as you can tell, I'm not being very particular about where. I just want to make sure that all the areas of my leaves are covered with green. And then we can come back with our darker green, and if we want, we can go back in with another layer of that lighter green just to blend. And these stamp sets I have added, it's easier for me to add shading with lines. So I've already done that. I have highlighted, or I have added line details to places where I think there will be some folds in the leaf, or where there will be some darker areas of the leaf. I'm simply following that from the stamp image itself. I'm not putting too much thought in this at this point. I'm just making sure that wherever there is a fold and the underside of the leaf will be showing through, I'm simply adding a little more darker area there. And I think this leaf is inverted, so I'm going to let the underside become lighter and make the other side become darker. Yeah. And just to blend it all together, I'll go back in Oh, yeah, Donna, I love my color pencils. And today I was very, very close to actually doing a color pencil coloring, maybe next time. I love my color pencils and I love my watercolor pencils. That's um that's my hack. That's really my hack. I'm not a great watercolorer by any means, but I love the medium watercolor. So, what I found myself having feeling easy to do is use the Derwentine tents, especially, and they just melt like butter when you add a little bit of water. And because they're pencils, you can get very precise when you want to. So it's like the best of both worlds for me. Okay, I think that's about it. Now that this image looks like it has a little bit of color, we can go back in and hello, can go back in and start with my flowers. I want to just try my flower coloring one more time, just to see that yes, it is exactly what I want, because that looks like a different pink I might have got. Okay, should I pick a different pink? Or maybe I will just do everything purple and add only pink highlights. But I really like that combination. Let me pick the different pink. I'm glad we tested not this. Not this, but I think that might work. Yeah, I think I like that. And then go in with this darkest. How about that? I think I like that. So, or I think I have a better idea. See, that's why these little strips of paper are always so handy. I'm going to go with that and then go in with this and finally go in with that. Ooh, I love that. Yes. So these three, RV11, RV09 and V17 is what we will use. Yep, I like this. Okay, let's start with the smallest flower. I'm glad we tested again. Okay, so base theory is the same. I'm going to lay down my base color before I do anything with individual petals. I'm just going in and making sure there are no white spaces. And I know if you're a very expert colorer, you will know exactly where to leave white spaces when you're coloring. I'm not at that level yet. So I'm going with what works for me. Just laying down all the base pink, light pink color, and then going in with my slightly darker pink. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I don't know if it looks effortless or anything, but for me it's therapy. And all this crafting is yeah, I find that even if it is craft supplies or whatever I do with art and craft and these things, they are so therapeutic. And if you consider, I think they're cheaper than therapy. I hate to say it like this, but yeah, that's, I mean, I don't mean to offend anyone, but that's how I treat it. Sometimes people ask me, when you are doing your 8-hour job, and that too in a techie environment, and a lot of, decision making and a lot of brain power being used, why do you still come back and do something like this? I'm like, this is not work. This is not work. I get to call it that, but but yeah. Okay, I think this is beginning to take shape now, and I might have made a boo-boo there, but that's okay. I'm going to come back in and blend everything with my lightest color again. Yes. Ooh, and now I'm going petal by petal, just to make sure that I have a good blending, and just to make sure that I can make individual petals have their own distinct shape. I'm going petal by petal now. I think this could use a little more of, yeah. Just because I want the petal on top to look distinct. Okay, I think, ooh la la, I love this flower. Yes. Maybe we'll come back and add the flower centers in a little bit, but let's go do the other flowers first. Okay, so let's go do this flower, and I mean the petals on all the flowers, and then we can always come back and finish the flower centers. We have already picked up the colors on them, so I think that should be good. Even if we have changed the petal colors a little bit, I think the flower centers on these cone flowers especially is pretty much what we have picked up, so no need to change anything there. And just like I do with all my flower coloring, my first laying down of color is going to be just the basic. I'm not paying much attention to the highlights or the lowlights or whatever you call it. I'm just making sure that it's not a stark white image anymore. That's all there is to it. And then on the next layer, I will start adding more details. And yes, this time also, this second layer, what I'm doing, I'm paying attention to the distinct petals. I'm making sure that where I want shadows versus where I want the lightest pink that we have laid down to stay as it is. Yes, this second time around I'm paying attention to that. Okay, now for my purple. And is it weird that I'm turning the flower upside down and painting? Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like I can see the petals better this way. And this might also be because the habit of putting it upside down and looking at it might also be because in Procreate, when I draw these stamp sets, I turn my canvas upside down all the time. So I think that habit is coming from there. Hey, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, this is complete. Yes, it's a labor of love. It's a passion, whatever it is. But yes, and that's why I cannot give it up. I cannot give it up. True story. Even when I went on a vacation to Hawaii, guess what? I had I had taken my art supplies, at least some of them. I had sneaked them in. Yes, I didn't get to do any. I only managed to take a few pictures and then draw some things and mostly do digital work. But living without any medium, like no Copics, no pencils, not even a good paper to draw and color on, freaks me out. It's like my emotional support. I need it. Yeah, I think I'm giving away too many of my secrets here, so maybe I should control a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. I mean, I know people will take like storybooks or something good to read, or maybe even some spiritual beads or something. For me, the essential emotional support is a pendant I wear, which is Kanaji, Krishna, and my art supplies. My emotional support stuff. Okay, I think we are beginning to see the end of coloring here, and I think for this one I will stay oriented towards the right side. Thanks, Donna. Yes, that's why I'm spilling all the secrets here. We are among friends, right? This particular flower, it almost looks like it has, and it does, in reality also it does. It has multiple layers of petals. So I'm going to add a little more darker areas, because two reasons. All of these flowers have multiple layers, but this one being the closest, although part of it is hidden by this particular flower's stalk, I don't know what you call that part, but this green part, this is the largest flower, so it's probably closest to the eyes of people. So I'm going to pay a little more attention to this and add more details, so to say. When I design these stamp sets, I try to make sure to help the colorer. Being not a great colorer myself, I try to make sure that there are lines, or there are, shaded areas, or obvious hints, so to say. Now, obvious hints is an oxymoron, isn't it? How can a hint be hint if it is an obvious thing? But okay, whatever. So yeah, I try to leave those clues out there to let the colorer know, okay, this is how the petal is shaped. I think we're doing good. Okay, let's finish up with the flower centers. I'm going back to my first one. Ooh la la, this yellow. I love this yellow. Out of all the colors, whenever I'm picking up any coloring medium, yellow is what I find myself fussing about the most. I don't know why. I just want I have a dream yellow in my head, and there are particular yellows that meet that dream. Otherwise, with pinks, I can be forgiving. With blues, I can be forgiving. Even with purples, I'm not fussy. But with yellow, I have a requirement, specific requirement for yellow. Okay, I think we are there. Oh, I love it. Yeah, this is good. I expected this, and this is going to be a little bit harder to blend because two different types of alcohol markers. Even if they are alcohol markers, they are two different types of alcohol markers. Ta-da! Step 1 done. No, step 2 done. We have printed, we have colored. Now let's do the final parts. Okay, for the final part, I want to add some sort of grounding here. So I picked 2 skinny washi tapes, and I have a whole bunch of these skinny washi tapes. I love washi tapes, so it's not a surprise. The only thing is washi tapes don't love me. See, I can't find the beginning. So we might have to give up on this idea. Do you guys have any tricks? Ah, there, I found it. Okay, so I want to give it a little bit of a grounding. So I'm going to use the guides on my mat to do this. And should I do that, or should I just do one? I should just do one. There. I should do just that. Yeah, I like that better. Yes. And just something black and gold, just to bring out the black lines in this and a little bit of gold. And then I'm going to bring in, I picked up this also, but I don't think it will show up. Now let's stamp the sentiment there. Should it be there, or okay, let me align it properly, and then there, I think so, right? Yeah, I picked up this color because it's the closest to my purple highlights. And ooh, tell me how many of you have stamped the sentiment wrong and ruined a card. I'll raise my hand first. Yes, been there, done that. So wish me luck, guys. Okay, here, and walk my fingers to make sure I got it all. And then I love the handles on these. Ooh la la, yes, just a little bit, but okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, and the last step, or the second last step, is to mount it on the card base. I prepared a card base already, so I'm going to stick it like this. Yeah, I think slightly tilted is better, right? Because the flowers are tilted just a little bit. Or should I just make it like this? Okay, just make it like, okay, in the center, fine. I also prepared my foam adhesive. No, that and that. This foam adhesive is from scrapbook.com, and it's very sticky. it almost wants to jump and hold on to the paper. So you have to be very, very careful with it. And then I'm scared of doing this because this particular adhesive, I love it, but also I don't because it's very sticky. It's not forgiving at all. Maybe I should add some liquid adhesive on top to have it a little bit of forgiveness, but not today. Today I haven't prepared for it. And I think I'm going to go with that slightly tilted one. Yeah, perfect. And now for the last step. Ta-da! I cannot create a card without bling. I'm sorry, but if you if you have seen my cards, you know I'm physically incapable of creating cards without bling. I have to, guys. It's a compulsion. Should I do that? There. And then maybe there. Not good. See, I can draw, I can color. I'm not claiming to be the best at anything, but I can. This is what stumps me every single time. Where do I place the sequence? It's like a forever question. Maybe do that. What do you think? Yes? No? Okay, fine. That and that. Yes, I think so. But anyways, I think this is something that can go on for a while. So I'll leave you be. I will probably just finish it off like this, or I might change my mind and do something else. But this is it, guys. This is the card for today. Thank you so much for sticking with me, going through this live. And I will share the video on my Insta. Come and say hi over there. I might have a fun surprise for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, guys.